Not every problem is a vegan problem to solve. I say this because there's a temptation to talk about things, products, items, practices, activities as being vegan or not vegan, especially when they're related to food or animals. For instance, I recently talked about the phenomenon of farmers renting pollinators, renting bees, renting insects to pollinate their monocrops, because by definition, their monocrops lack biodiversity, and therefore there are no wild pollinators to take care of pollination. Now, this is a real issue with serious consequences for nature, for animals, for human access to food. But to frame it as a vegan issue, which both vegans and non-vegans are guilty of, is problematic. This isn't a vegan issue. This is a human issue. This is an agricultural issue. This is a policy issue. Other examples of this are palm oil is not vegan, or figs are not vegan, or coconuts are not vegan, or it's not vegan to go horseback riding, or travel isn't vegan, driving a car, flying in a plane isn't vegan. Vegan isn't an adjective. Okay, yes, it is an adjective, but I don't think it should be used as an adjective in every single circumstance. This is what I mean about overusing the word vegan or narrowing its definition. One of the consequences of that is that we squander an opportunity to talk about the real issues, to talk about these as human issues that we all need to be part of to solve. Rather, it sounds like there are just rules and regulations you have to follow if you want to do the right thing, right? And that if you want to do the right thing, you have to be vegan in order to do so, and that it's all or nothing, which, to be frank, is a real turnoff to most people. And for most people, they just think, well, I'm never going to be able to do all that, so I might as well not even try. It just makes it easy for someone to say, well, yeah, I'm not vegan, so I'm okay with X, Y, or Z, right? We should want everyone to care and take action to help solve societal ills, whether or not they're vegan. I think people would be engaged in an issue because they're compassionate, because they care. But as we add more criteria to what it means to be vegan, to the definition of veganism, you're not vegan if you eat figs, you're not vegan if you eat apples that were pollinated by bees who were rented, you're not vegan if you travel, you're not vegan if you drive, you're not vegan if you eat palm oil. We keep adding more criteria to what it means to be vegan, fewer and fewer people are going to qualify. As we narrow that doorway through which people could walk, fewer and fewer people will walk through or even want to. Like the number of people who meet the very basic definition of what it means to be vegan, not eating animal products, not eating meat, dairy, and eggs, is already really small. Do we want to make that number smaller? So I think what might be more helpful ways to frame this is, instead of talking about, for instance, palm oil isn't vegan, rather talking about whether or not palm oil is sustainable. Instead of talking about horseback riding, for instance, as vegan or not vegan, talking about it as whether it's exploitative or not, whether it's cruel or not, whether it's hurtful or not, whether it's harmful or not. Instead of saying that it's not vegan to kill mosquitoes, which you're going to lose a lot of people if you just say that, by the way, rather couching it as, is killing ever merited? Is it ever necessary? Like in the case of mosquitoes. Or is travel environmentally friendly, or driving a car or flying in a plane? Is it sustainable? Is it environmentally friendly? Is it eco-friendly? I think framing these issues as human issues rather than vegan issues could potentially lead to more informed conversations and to more people realizing that it's worth attempting to do the right thing, to live as compassionately as possible, even if they're not going to be perfect doing so, even if they don't identify as vegan. For the animals, this is Colleen Patrick-Goudreau. Thanks for watching.